Hey there, fellow courtiers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Crusader Kings III, Rise of the Die, Episode 6, Commissioning a Crown. Yu is not going to come to the aid of Amdo, because my daughter is betrothed to his heir. So, if I take a look here, primary heir is betrothed to the daughter now. So when she's, what, 16, 18, they get married? I will win this battle decisively. Oh, wow, he's already on his knees. As it should be. Wounding my champion such that you did. Alright, victory. And I'm going to chase them down, because I'm not done spanking them. So I can call on my ally. Oh, wow. He would agree to it. That's weird. Well, this war should be over soon enough anyway. Oh, what? They just joined against me? Seriously? Seriously? He's gonna lose anyway, you know. Alright, let's try to linchpin the loss right now. I'm gonna keep chasing his army and try to just murder him off. Or maybe I should just go invade Amdo. Yeah, I'm just gonna go invade Amdo. So that I end this war quick. Before Yu sends his forces up. Man, all that, I should have called him in his alliance. So if I did that, that would have cost me prestige, and I didn't want to have to spend the prestige. Which is why I was not doing it. And the chiefdom of Chindu just are rallying the villagers of Chindu against me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my marshal start to control the Chindu instead. So Guamaleb is not done, but Chindu poses more of a risk if it's not controlled. So right now I'm chasing his army, and I'm going to fight him again, and then I'm going to start to invade the petty kingdom of Amdo, his capital, to try to end this war sooner. Come on, finish up, because he's moving. He's moving. Let's go. Alright, so 12 days, I fight his army again, and then I start invading. Before backup shows up. Oh, Lakshman is pregnant again. So, next character name is Katsu. Got it. Go, go, go. Spank him. Wow, wow. They're down to a terrible, terrible commander. Look at this. Advantage 8. He's getting smoked. Alright, almost done. I just got the mayor of Yangchen. I don't believe that mayor is giving me war score. No, he's not. So let's take a look at the ransom here. It is 430. I'll take it. I'm just going to say yes. Might as well. And now I'm sieging their capital. Well, war made me some money, didn't it? Oh, so he's going to try to take Tramdim, which is fine because I'd rather have the capital. Nope, nope, he's still moving. Maybe he goes up to tomorrow. The other thing I could try to do, although this is the capital, so it's harder to siege, is to station besiegers to keep sieging the capital, and then go chase him down. I'm going to consider that, depending on where he ends up. So if he tries to retake Chamorro, I might station some of my army here and go chase down the rest myself. So we'll see about that. I'll just have to keep an eye. The war is almost over. After reading the latest letter from my champion Nima and smiles, he seems to have warmed to me at least, so this is the one that I've been trying to sway. So I can either try to gamble my diplomatic challenge against him, so 58% chance that I gain even more opinion with a 42 that I lose it, or victory is enough that I go up 30. So really close, really quick pull here. A slightly higher than 50-50 that I gain extra opinion, or not, or just happy that he is swayed slightly. So I'm already up to plus 11. So that would either drop me down to plus 1, which at least is not in the negatives, or bring me up to 21. And it looks like we are going with the safe bet of no gambling this time. So, taking a look. Nope, pause. Taking a look at my champion. That was Nima. Yeah, Nima plus 11. Swayed. All right, now that Nima's swayed, Tenzing, my other champion, I'm going to start to sway up to out of the negatives. Basically, I don't want anyone hating me because that puts me in a vulnerable position of them wanting me dead. Ideally, getting up to 100 is what you want, but that's not always possible. Kitsy has shown me the ins and outs of river crossings. So, there is a final mock battle against him to show what I've learned. I can either prepare the ranks, where it's a 65% chance that I win. So it's a 2/3 chance that I win, a 1/3 chance that I lose, or I gain stress, he stops being my mentor, and he does not like me very much. One of these options seems a lot better than the other one. One of these options is like, screw you, and the other is like, hey, you get to fight. So yeah, fight we do. Perhaps there are a few more things for you to learn. Uh-oh. So let's just continue fighting. So this is me giving up. Yeah, we're going to continue the mock challenge here. I mean, come on, my martial skill is 19. This has got to go well for me. And I have innovative strategies too. Was that it? I'm pretty sure it isn't done. I just don't know where it went. This is not an empire yet? I'm just looking at the world map. Not that I'd noticed. So the Byzantine Empire has formed. The Abbasids are still quite in power. Except for they have a 3-year-old leading them. Interesting. And Sultanate. The Iberian Peninsula really hasn't reformed yet. Ireland still looks like a complete mess. As does England. And the Kyrgyz Khanate kind of split up into micro-factions, it looks like, because originally it was a much bigger blob. The thing that I'm most concerned about is the Guyi now, because they're sort of pushing down towards the Amdo Kingdom. So that's the thing to watch. What is my succession law? Well, I'm tribal, so I have the, what is it called? Confederate succession law right now. Where do I see that? I forget where to even look for that. Equal inheritance? No. That would be, what, in Dynasty? But I've been pretty careful as to only grant titles to my son. So here's my living members. Me, my son, heir, and ward and vassal, and then everybody else that has no holdings. What are they doing? They are going for Kurmalet. No, they're going into... No, I don't know what they're doing. But I'm not going to pull away from the siege just yet. Absolute control. So absolute control is a big one. The benefit of absolute control is when control is at 100, I get bonus taxes and levies. So if I take a look at my money, it just went up by 0.3 as a result. Because when, let's look at Zadoi here. Now that I have absolute control, my levies go up 5%, my taxes go up 10%, so it gives me more troops and more money everywhere, which is really, really, really good. So now my military max is going to be even higher than it was before as a result. Once this war is done and I've exerted my control. So as far as control goes, it is 100%. Well, it's absolute for the territories that I own, and then Kumalev is going up, and Chindu is, we're working on it. Chindu kind of sucks, but we're working on it. Chindu has a rebel peasant rabble faction that is moving against me, but it doesn't pose much of a threat. Most rebellions aren't super dangerous. You can quell them fairly easily unless you let them like fester. I really don't know what he's doing. I think he knows he can't win anywhere, so he's just kind of marching around like an idiot. And it doesn't look like you or Konyi or Kentarlau is coming to his aid. He called on them all, which is interesting, because when you call on them, you have to spend prestige, although I'm not really sure that AI spends prestige. I think they just get it for free. I'm not really... Oh, here's you. Okay, so you is coming to attack, I'm guessing, my capital. But I don't think it will matter, because I think I'm going to have Amdo, his capital, in time. My daughter's it's betrothed to your heir, and yet you attack me. It's such an affront. There really should be a way to, like, just be like, hey, can you just, like, exit this war? But there is no such thing, unfortunately. As far as I know. Maybe I'm wrong. Come on, siege it quicker. I don't know what they're doing. They're actually marching to probably tomorrow, I'm guessing. I can't really tell, but he's not going to get there in time. I can tell you that much. Because this is over now. I paused. So I just took... I took him prisoner. I took their leader prisoner. Yeah! And... eat it! Skin on my teeth. Alright, so I am above my domain limit. Because I now have Chimaro under my... in my domain. Let's see here. I'm a little tempted to start passing more tribal authority up here, but it costs me a lot of my prestige. As your tribal authority goes up, it gives you the ability to reign more control over your territory, I guess is the way to put it. So I do have to give up that that territory. And unfortunately for me, I can't give it to my heir, because he is maxed. So I'm going to give it to my unbetrothed daughter. No, actually, I'm going to... Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Because I'm just double checking. I can't grant it. Yeah, I can't grant it to him, because he cannot be given a title that he can't stand to inherit. Right. So, grant title to VW. And that will be... I'm going to give her... actually, Kumarleb. The culture and religion of this new area is the same. Almost everything of Amdo is the same. So the more of Amdo here that I capture, it is the same as my own. Yep. Good question. So it's going to be easier for me to manage. All right. Current situation. I can create the Duchy of Kumarleb. I don't want to, because I don't want anyone to hold that title. I have low county control in the new place. Yeah, it's kind of obvious that I would. So now it's time for recovery. So current priority, recover my forces. Because my levies are down by about a third. And what's going on? So you are sitting there with 700 troops. You're actually pretty easy to conquer, I'll be honest. You're a resentful fool. Amdo, I'm obviously going to be in a long-term treaty with, and it looks like he is defending against someone west of him, and he's getting his butt kicked. He's actually about to lose. So, what are they asking for? They're asking for a chiefdom of Kongyi. So, Kongyi is getting his butt kicked. Amdo joined Kongyi, and they're both losing. Got it. You are defending against someone where you're defending against someone really, really far away. You must have been called to war in some foreign war. So for me to pick a target to attack, Kamdo is a potential target, but I do need my forces to rebuild a little bit more. Nongquen, I'm still in a force treaty. Madoi is available. So I could crush Madoi into nothing. He's actually currently attacking both. He's defending against both neighbors of his and actually doing pretty well. And then if we look at Golok here, Golok, like, all their territory is invaded upon. The worry here is with a weak Golok, that opens up an opportunity for Guyi to invade. So the counties that I originally wanted got absorbed by Guyi, and this area back here is pretty weakened. They're like, Golok has almost no one, and Malo doesn't have a lot of forces compared to the kingdom of Guyi. So that's an area to look towards fighting to make sure that Guyi doesn't start absorbing more of the Amdo territories without me putting up a fight. So it might be wise for me to start aiming northeast for that reason. Hello, Katsu. I'm going to pause. So, Katsu, I am going to educate you myself. And then I am going to give you a focus. And another giveaway timer for the next possible child. I think once my men at arms have recovered, I'll consider another war. And I am now the culture head. Yes! I've just trounced the king of Amdo. I'm now the culture head of this region, which means I can pick the innovations. So, you guys want a crop rotation? You get crop rotation. There you go. No, not Banos. That was cool. So that happened because I am the most powerful or whatever, I think. I'm not really even sure how those are determined. That was culture. Because I own the most counties, I think. Because I'm guessing the county that I took for Amdo dropped their county count for our culture down to 6. I'm assuming, from 7. So I went from 6 to 7. He went from 7 to 6, and then I took over. I did capture him, but part of the ending of the war was his release. So he's no longer in my prison anymore. I don't have any prisoners at the moment. So if I take a look at my courtiers. No. I have only one guest. I think this is the one with the useful claim over in Garko. But Garko is like a hotbed of nonsense, so I don't really want Garko at the moment. And then, no prisoners. I don't have an antiquarian yet. I suppose I could consider hiring one. I'll leave that up to Pol. Should I hire someone to manage relics? So what a relic is, and I'll show you in just a second. There's two different types of relics. There are relics for equipment: crown, weapon, armor, regalia, and trinkets. And then there's also court artifacts. So eventually when you're a king, you can have a royal court. I can't show you that because I'm not a king, but let me hide myself. It's this button, this button right here, royal court. And in your court, you can have like furniture and banners and weapons and armor on display and things like that to build up your renown, to build up your prestige, to build up your dread, so on and so forth. I don't have that yet, but an antiquarian would allow me to spend 100 of my gold to commission an item for myself, like a crown or a weapon or armor or regalia. I could also capture this from enemies. So if I fought an enemy and captured him and captured the artifact, I could claim it as myself. So there's a and what they are is they give some sort of benefits. So it's generally speaking a way to spend money to improve your own stats is kind of the long and short of it. Now that I've explained it, I'm going to put the poll back up because I think I put it up too early and you didn't know what you were voting on. So new poll. So yeah, I would roughly spend about 100 gold and I could improve my stats. And that relic can then be handed off to my heirs or gifted or whatever. Yeah. Die. Small. Very small. But it's growing. Nobility without wrath. What is the overrun goal? That's the about command. The overrun goal is not one that I'm likely to even get to, but it is to unite Tibet, the Empire of Tibet. So I would need 146 counties to do that. I have 8. Is there anyone skilled as an antiquarian? That's a really good question. Let's take a look. Probably. Chime is poor at it. Poor is skilled enough that he could manage it. So yeah, I do. Technically. And it looks like you guys say yeah. So Chime, guess what? You're going to be my antiquarian. So as my antiquarian, I only give him 0.03 gold salary. So it's really not that much money. And he reduces the artifact decay, allows me to reforge and repair artifacts, allows me to commission one for him, and protects my artifacts during sieges and raids. Should I commission an artifact? Or should I use my gold to improve my holdings? So improving my holdings would be going to like my capital and building something like a war camp to give me more levies in another night, or gathering halls for more levies in control growth and prestige. I'll have you vote on what improvements to make. I'll be left up to you. Just letting you know that, like, you know, that's what you're voting on. And then my neighbor, Madoi, won against Golag and protected his territory. Which is cute, because, you know, I could crush him right now if I wanted to. Look at little Iceland over here. Do they ever interact with anyone? Way up in the corner. They do. I know they do. Seafaring is a thing, but I think it's funny. All right, looks like you guys want me to improve my holdings. What should I make? So I would consider improving the holdings of Trandom as well, which means making markets. So markets for gold, gathering halls for levy and prestige, war camps for levy and knights, or palisades for levy, garrison, and protection. Those are the 4 things I could build. So I could only make my markets in Trandom. In Zadoi and Zidoi, I could make anything but markets. So palisades, what these do is they give you garrison, which means that it requires more troops to assault the town in order to capture it, making it more difficult to capture. And it also improves levies and gives defender advantage if I'm defending the territory. War camps gives me knights, makes knights more effective, makes heavy infantry and archer, cavalry, and skirmishes more effective. And I do have some heavy infantry. And then gathering halls gives me control growth, which is not really necessary because all my territories are max control. It also gives me prestige per month, which is kind of nice. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to only improve the things that I directly pass down to my vassal, or to my heir. So Zadoi, Zidoi, and potentially Trandom as well. So if I die, Quirizella will inherit these 3 and inherit the benefits of these 3 to allow him to retain power and have a base of income of both prestige and gold to be able to reign effectively. And actually, I can make multiple things here. I have enough gold to build 2 things. Not in the same territory, because you're only going to build 1 building at a time, but I have enough to build like markets in Trandom and like something else at Zadoi. So I think that might be how it goes. Or to build something and then commission an artifact. We'll be up to you. All right, so it looks like Trandom, you are getting market. All right, so I have 145 left. And here's the choices. This all would be built in Zadoi or the artifact. So a gathering hall in Zadoi, a war camp in Zadoi, a palisade in Zadoi, or an artifact. And I'll leave a little bit longer on the timer here for this one because it's a significant investment to sync that. I think I'm also getting to the point where my levies are just about refilled. I have a total soldiers. Nice. That's total soldiers of 2,066. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. That allows me to attack just about anyone I want without worrying too much about losing. God, look at Amdo. Amdo, you got just screwed up. He has very few troops left. He's relying completely on his allies, which isn't safe for him to do. A Wall of Insight. Oh yeah, let's do this again. So I guess I failed the challenge last time. So here we go. He's trying to teach me how to be a forwarder. And my sway against Tenzing just worked. So I'm going to change my sway again. And I'm going to sway my religious leader. Because if he likes me, I get more troops and taxes out of him. Oh, who are you? My spy master's opinion of me just went up because of my wife. Nice. Thanks, wife. All right, looks like you guys, I'm just going to call this early. Looks like you want an artifact. So I'm going to have you tell me what kind of artifact you want me to commission. So I can either make a weapon, armor, crown, or regalia. I can only have one of each of these things, and you have 2.5 minutes to vote on this. So a weapon usually will give me prowess, maybe dread, maybe a prestige. Armor usually protects me, maybe prowess. protects from injury. Crown is usually like prestige, same with regalia. So it depends on whether you want me to fight, be protected, have prestige. I don't really know. It's a bit random, so it's a whole lot of chance. And it's 100 gold, so that's 2/3 of my current money to commission this artifact. But it's an artifact that doesn't get destroyed. It can be captured, but it's not likely to be, and I can pass it down and all that. All right, and I should once you vote on this, I should start considering who I'm attacking next. It looks like Kamdo just got schooled pretty hard. I'm still in a truce with Nakwen. And then I could do Madoi. I'm still in the truth with Amdo, or Naku, or Nagormo, or Sagongpo, or start to go northeast out to Garlog eventually, and Malo. Have you voted on that in just a minute? You want me to have a fancy metal hat? Ooh. Okay, I'm going to go with Crown, because we have another thing to vote on. So let me start that. Oh, I can't, can I? No, I can't. Artifact. Crown. Okay, so I funded someone named Draxton Draco to make an artifact for me. And it's down here, as you can see. So it's not instant. It takes a while. It takes about 14 months for him to do. And it will have options in its progression. So next, for all the authority I supposedly wield as Hive Chieftain, so this is about a right hand. This is about Godin becoming my right hand. So he has been my personal champion, tutor, and champion. And there is 3 choices here. I can accept him as my right hand and spend more time with him, and his opinion of me goes up. I can tell him that my marshal does it instead, or for a whole lot of prestige, I can say I'm going to do it myself. So the right-hand benefit is just a little bit of control growth. Control is really not a limiting factor for me at the moment. Gaining opinion for my marshal, which my opinion of my marshal right now is 54. Or increasing my prestige towards illustrious by 350. It would stress me out, but then I can de-stress myself by going on a hunt if the stress was worrisome. So I'm going to give you one more minute to vote on this because it is it's a big choice whether I take a right hand or not. Yeah, currently my stress is at 30, and this would bring my stress up to 70. So I would want to do something to bring that stress back down. I could host a feast or go on a hunt. A hunt is more guaranteed to lower my stress, whereas a feast can backfire and stress me out a little bit more. And it looks like people are all about option number 3, going it alone. All right, let's do that. There we go. We have a huge boon to prestige, which is helpful. I'm going to pause and go on a hunt to try to lower my stress. So immediately I'll lose 30, and then maybe I'll lose even more. Cost me gold, but it's gold well spent, so I don't have a mental breakdown. Count Queer Zero seems to have a difficult time at our latest feast. He sneaked out early and was not seen for the entire rest of the evening. Wait, did I say feast? I meant hunt. Am I doing both right now? I think this is just a general quest. This is not actually about a feast. So I can either allow him to become impatient. It raises his monthly prestige, but people's opinions of him drop as a result. I could, with stress, make him shy instead, or gluttonous. So impatient, shy, or gluttonous. So gluttonous is lower stewardship and increased stress loss, but he becomes unattractive. Shy is diplomacy goes up, but he at least learning goes up. So he is he is best at learning so far. So shy is most akin to his personality, at least. He doesn't scheme very well, but people can't scheme against him very well. And also he does learn language as well as shy or impatient, which is he gains a lot more monthly prestige, which is kind of nice. But the opinions of him go down and his learning goes down, which he was a content planner. So that might not be ideal. Drew, thank you for the resub. Cheers. All right, looks like we're going to get stressed here, making him shy. He's interesting. Shy, content, curious. There's the hunt. Okay, so here's a big choice. Draxton, my courtier who's actually making my crown, crested a hill, and there's a giant boar, and either I can ask him for help, or I can try to hunt it myself. There's a 59% chance that I get a hunting trophy for hunting it myself, a 27% chance that I get wounded, and a 13% chance that I up and die. There's not three choices. There's only two. Hold on. Sorry. Or I can ask him for help, where he gets a weak hook on me, basically a favor, and I have to spend some of my prestige. Generally speaking, you get a little prestige at the end of a hunt. Not always, but sometimes. But this is a prowess challenge, and my current prowess is 8. Wish it was higher, but it's only 8. So, looks like everyone wants me to try to hunt the boar. I'll just end this. Hunting trophy! Yes! We did it! I slay the beast. I gain prestige per month. So my prestige actually goes up pretty considerably by a quarter per month for that hunting trophy for 10 years. Whew! Jeez. All guts, all glory. Alright, question. We return invigorated, I get even more prestige. Lovely. Unfortunately, I'm still pretty stressed. So I'm going to want new ways to de-stress. But who should I fight? So here is some choices. Amdo is still in a truce. Nongquen is still in a truce. There's Madoi. So the advantage of fighting Madoi is I get closer to edging out Guyi so that Guyi can't just absorb all this territory. Then there's Kamdo. Kamdo is relatively weak right now. They're of a different kingdom. So Madoi... Oh, no, Madoi is of a different kingdom too. And as is Kamdo. So neither of them really helped me to become the king of Amdo. I could also fight Nagormo. Nagormo is of the kingdom, and they're pretty easy for the fighting right now. Or to Gongno, or to Songpo, whatever it is. Can't even type it. Which is also of the Amdo kingdom, and they're also not that hard to defeat right now. Yeah. I guess I could also fight Guyi for the counties that they took. I don't see why I would do that, so I'm not going to include that. Madoi. Okay, yeah. Who should I fight? So Madoi, to get closer to protecting the Northeast, although it's not technically in the Amdo Kingdom. Kamdo, which is just next to me, but also not technically part of the Amdo Kingdom. Or go for Nagormo or Tsongpo, which is part of the kingdom that I want. And Tsongpo is probably closest to Guyi. So, even more reason to do that. So, I'll give you just a minute to vote on that. Important decision, but I want to act quick, because now is the time. Who are my champions right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Forbid, forbid, forbid. I'm just going to make sure that I don't have weak champions if I'm going to war. Oh, something happened. Madoi won against the attacking Amdo. So Madoi has just won 2 defensive wars back to back. Good for you. You know how to turtle, I'm assuming. I guess I didn't include these guys. Totally overlooked that potential of attacking Ling Song. But they don't really give me anything. So it looks like Tsongpo. So let's figure out what we're going to do here. They're currently at a war with Arksay? Or Aksay? Declaring war on them, I'm going to take their southern county of Tululain. And let's move the rally flag to the border. Champions are maxed. Levies are almost maxed. Raise all armies. What's the Recruit Mountain Specialist choice? The Recruit Mountain Specialist gives you a Mountain Marshal. I've already done it. So it's basically to recruit this dude. Well, actually not this one. My actual Marshal died. But it's expensive and it costs you prestige and gold. And we've already done it once. I can call on my ally, but I don't think I need to. So right now, war with Songpo, whatever the name is. All right, battle time, and I'm going to lead this one myself. Going straight for the capture of Tululain. And then I'll head to their capital, because I think their capital probably has the most money. And someone joined against me. You did. So together, they still have fewer forces than I do. I can always call on my ally if I need to. I'm not worried about it yet. So just to show you, the Mountain Specialist costs gold and prestige to recruit a rough terrain expert martial commander. The reason why I wouldn't consider it is my current marshal has ridiculously high martial skill, so it's really not needed. So this, 16. 9, 9... 15, 13, 5. So they were pretty ripe for the raiding, too. Okay, I suffer casualties going up there. Hopefully they'll exit. Or I'll just keep raiding them and invading if they don't leave. So it's 2068 versus 1563. And they might grow because they're recovering their forces from previous wars. But if I need to, I can spend a considerable swath of my prestige to call in you. And you commands 2k troops too. I don't think I'll have to. I'd have to really stupidly screw up this fight in order to have to do something like that. And I don't think that Tsongpo has... Who? What? Oh, no. That's just the internal ally. Yeah, he has no one else to call on. So, the crown that I am commissioning has a choice here. The beneficiary approaches me with an expression. Is there anyone special to you, my lord? So I can either commission the crown to my beloved wife, which I will gain... I'm at 79 relationship. I would gain 40, so I would cap out at 100. I could also commission it to the ultimate cause, which would give me a lot of piety for religion, or there's no need for dedication for me to gain prestige. So, wife 1, religion 2, prestige 3. And 1 more minute. 1 minute on that. Oh, for a second I thought that was my wife, and I was like, huh, she grew a beard. But nope. That's my courtier who's commissioning the inspiration. All right, looks like we're going to go with prestige. The advantage of prestige is if I can manage to get illustrious, I can start attacking duchies rather than counties, which might be helpful. So why is this territory going to kill me off when I enter it? Because it's difficult terrain, maybe? I'm really not sure. Oh, they're moving, though. So where's the other loot? So this town has 13. I wouldn't mind raiding there, or sieging there. Oh, good. I'm really not going to say that name of this county on stream. Yep. Not doing that. But, this place has almost no money. Wait, where'd the money go? Oh, it's here. It's this city that has the money. And then this city, Western Ulam. And Southern Derlenka. Thank you for tuning in to Crusader Kings III Rise of the Die, which originally streamed live on Twitch September 1st. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com or the description of this video have a link to Discord. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that stayed till the end of the credits. I'll catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Adios.